This is Intervlog. We are here once more to show you one of the largest fish pond I have seen in my life. This is quite big. It's unimaginable what I'm seeing here. This is called Mega Lake Farm, Port Harcourt, River State in Nigeria. The fish pond is owned by a very smart chief, known as George Thompson Sekibo. The man is smart because he thinks about humanity. At his age, he's supposed to be relaxing, sleeping, enjoying his life. He is a rich man. He's not a poor man. But instead of him doing that, he takes about sustainability. What is he going to do to save the society from hunger? And he decided to join into famine because he has the capacity and the capability of doing that. And he did a very nice job. All this lake you are seeing belongs to him. In his lake, he has about 26 million fish everywhere. You look, there is fish everywhere, 26 million, and he is still expanding it. This is the type of fish pond we see in Indonesia, China. Sometimes we see it in Japan, and he has brought it to Africa, which is very good. And he makes money. And the more he makes money from his fishing, he expands his farm. A lot of people have come here to view it, to take pictures, and he is happy about it. With him all the time is his wife. His wife is the one in charge of the farm, meeting people as well. They are working together, and that is the reason I say two heads are better than one. They have achieved a lot of things here. There are many people who have money in Africa, but instead of to use it to invest in something like this, they use it to be traveling and enjoying themselves. And this is the reason country and people got poorer. At least in his fish farm, he has over 700 workers working for him. He creates job, creates employment, creates development, and also creates future plan for the next generation, which is one of the most important things. That if all these African politicians, big men, rich men who have money enjoying traveling from one place to another, have ever thought about investing their money in an industry, or especially fish farming, Africa will not be as it is today. For that reason, I give accolade to Chief George Thompson Sekibo. What he is doing is example of good chief that thinks about his people. He has created a job in his family, he has created a job for his village, and also he helped to bring the price of fish down in Africa. Africa is suffering today, but there are a lot of people with money they are enjoying, traveling from one place to another, living high life, whereby in their community there are people who do not have a penny. There are people who do not have a job. Why are you having private jets? Why are you buying a limousine? Why are you buying a Ferrari when your community don't have food to eat? If you go to many places like China, Europe, many rich people ride a bicycle. They don't even have car. They prefer simple life. When they tell you that these people are the type of people who manage the economy, you will not believe it. But in Africa, things are different. Look at the catfish that Thompson has produced in his farm. Is that not amazing? That is very, very beautiful to see. For that reason, I give him an accolade. For some politicians who have money in Africa and also everywhere in the world, if we think about farm, we will have better world in future. No need for you to take your money to enjoy for yourself alone. Invest in something like this. Fish farming is good business. No matter the quantity you produce, people must consume it. No quantity is enough. No quantity is too much. Apart from fish farming, you can also go for poultry. You can go for any farming in order to help the community. Think about the next generation. Think about the next people who are coming after you. If you are buying fancy cars in the next 20 years, those fancy seekers will not be fancy anymore. Nobody will drive them anymore. There are many people who bought many fancy cars 50 years, 30 years, 25 years ago. Where are those cars now? If you see them parked, you can't even drive them. If those people had to use that money to invest in fish farming or poultry or any type of farm that would have helped the humanity, it would have helped the community and also the people in the village, everybody. That reason made me to bring this beautiful fish farming in Nigeria. And it is one of the biggest fish farming I have ever seen. He is rich already and he creates a job. And the job he is creating is making him richer every day. He has now bought almost the whole village because he wants to expand. He wants to expand as much as he can. And he said that he's not doing it because of himself. If 50% of every African leader, either chief, senators, governors, presidents, are thinking like Chief George Thompson Sikibo, things would have been different. And not only in Africa, in the world entirely. Although Europe, if you go to Europe, many people think like him. There are a lot of old people who have money already, but they keep on being in their farm, creating jobs for the people, farming all the time. They have money, but they don't want to live large. They don't want to live extravagant life. And that is the reason I created this, my channel, to teach you how to live this type of life. If you are poor, you can go and farm. Buy 500 chicken, start a small-scale poultry. In a very short time, your poultry will expand and you become very rich and also be able to employ people and help the community. The same thing to fishing. You may buy 500 of fish and it began from there. Don't expect to have big money before you start. There are people who started from nothing and today they are very big. There is money in agriculture. The next generation is going to be agricultural generation because computer artificial intelligence has taken over the job. The color job is not going to be meaningful anymore. If you finish school and you'll be looking for a job going up and down, left and right, no, go back to a village. Start fishing. Go and build poultry. Build fish pond. Start with a little amount of money. I have so many videos on my channel that I have explained how to start farm. Don't expect it to be big, but if you have money already, instead of for you to waste your money by driving high-priced cars, buying private jets, buying most expensive chains, buying most expensive watches while the people in your village are suffering, that is meaningless. The next generation will not have anything to remember about you. Once you are gone, those were fancy cars will be gone. Those were fancy watches will be gone. Don't you see the type of farm that Chief has built here? Is that not beautiful? Fish is everywhere. There. He sells fish everywhere in Nigeria, and he said that his fish is not enough for the Nigerians, that many people are still demanding for more, and that is the reason he's expanding. I cannot believe that there is an African who thinks this way, who think about creating employment for the next generation. This is beautiful. A rich man with good intelligence. That is what I call George Thompson and his wife, because his wife is also participating very greatly on the business, which is very important. This is the reason I say, if you want to look for a couple who thinks like you. A couple who helps you. If you decide to be a farmer to help people, he or she will be by your side. You will be making good decision because had it been that Chief is married for a woman who likes flashy life, I do not think Chief will be able to do this investment because not every woman wants to be a farmer. Not every woman wants to help the humanity. The same thing to men. Not every man wants to help the humanity. But if you find somebody who thinks like you, who wants to create a job, who is selfless, not thinking about himself or herself, and you become a couple, there is where you can achieve something like this because both the day, both in the night, all of you will be thinking about what to do in order to save life or in order to provide a job for people. Whenever I look at these two couples, I smile because of what they have done in Africa. I have said it time without a number that there is money in village. Go to your village, join farming, there is money there. There is money, although Thompson is rich already, but even when you are rich, use your money properly. Create employment, go to farming. Not everybody will have a color job, and you can start farm with any amount of money. $500, you can take it to start poultry or you can take it to start fish ponds. $1,000, the same thing. Don't expect to have millions of dollars before you think about joining fish farming or fish pond or poultry. Country, they don't need such amount of money in the beginning. And for some who have money already and don't know what to use it for, nothing will save your community better than having poultry farm or fish farm, just like what Senator George Thompson Sikibo is doing. So this is the end today. We will talk about more tomorrow when I come back, because this is quite amazing. You see how the farm is very wide and unbelievable. Every day traders come here to pack fish, to go into the town to sell them, and other sellers also bring new fish to put into the fish pond. He has different fish pond here, and each of them is a lake. This is not fish pond anymore, and he calls it lake because the name of the farm is Mega Lake Farm, Port Harcourt, River State, Nigeria, owned by Chief George Thompson Sikibo. A very nice man indeed. Thank you very much for watching and see you tomorrow. You have been watching Intervlog. Thank you.